They called him finished. They said the fame got to his head. But somehow, Ja Morant refused to stay down. Once the face of a new NBA generation, flashy, fearless, electric. Then suddenly, he was everywhere for all the wrong reasons. Suspensions, lost endorsements, public humiliation. The same fans who once chanted his name now questioned his character. But the story isn't over. Because behind the chaos, Ja found something stronger than fame. Humility, purpose, and redemption. This isn't just about a basketball comeback, it's about a man rebuilding himself. Shot by shot, step by step. This is the redemption road of Ja Morant. Act 1. The rise of a small-town superstar, Dalzell, South Carolina. A small town, quiet, forgotten, and humble. That's where Ja Morant's story began. No fancy training facilities, no private coaches, just a rusty hoop in his backyard, a father with belief, and a kid with fire in his eyes. Ja's dad, T. Morant, once dreamed of making the NBA himself. He didn't, but he made sure his son would. He built Ja into a machine, training every day in that backyard, teaching him balance, strength, and hunger. But the scouts didn't see it. He wasn't ranked. He wasn't hyped. No one was talking about Ja Morant. Until one day, a Murray State assistant coach came to watch another player and accidentally found Ja. Within minutes, the coach called his head office and said, "We just found a monster." At Murray State, Jay exploded. Highlight dunks, lightning quick drives. A flair nobody could teach. He wasn't just playing the game. He was rewriting it. By 2019, the Memphis Grizzlies made him the number 2 overall pick. And instantly, Ja turned a rebuilding franchise into must-watch TV. He won Rookie of the Year, led Memphis back to the playoffs, and fans everywhere fell in love with that fearless smile. He was supposed to be the future. Act 2. The fall then. Everything changed. The internet exploded. A gun flashed on Instagram Live twice. For a player worth millions with kids idolizing him, the world saw recklessness instead of leadership. The NBA suspended him. Sponsors pulled back. And the media, they tore him apart. Everyone had an opinion. Some said he was too young. Some said he was surrounded by the wrong crowd. Others said fame simply broke him. But deep down, Ja knew. This wasn't bad luck. It was his fault. He later said, "I had to look in the mirror and realize I was the problem. The pressure, the fame, the spotlight. It all came too fast." He tried to carry his city, his family, his image, but he forgot the one thing that built him: discipline. And when the lights faded, the pain came. Not the suspension, not the money lost. It was seeing disappointment in his father's eyes. The same man who taught him everything, now quietly asking, "What happened to my boy?" That moment broke him. Act 3. The reflection. When Ja disappeared from the public eye, many thought he was done. But behind the scenes, he was rebuilding. No cameras, no press conferences, just long days in the gym, quiet therapy sessions, and deep reflection. He stopped trying to be a celebrity. He started trying to be a man. He apologized, not through PR words, but through action. He talked to young fans about responsibility. He reconnected with his teammates. He learned to breathe before reacting. Even the Grizzlies organization stood by him. Coach Taylor Jenkins said, "Ja's not a bad kid. He just needed time to grow." And Ja took that time seriously. He cut out distractions. He spent more time with family. And most importantly, he found his why again. Because when you lose everything, you start asking yourself, what do I really play for? Ja realized it was never about the fame. It was about freedom. The freedom he felt as that little kid dunking on a backyard rim. Act 4. The return. When Ja Morant stepped back on the court for the first time after suspension, the crowd erupted. Not because they forgot, but because they believed in second chances. And Ja gave them a show. 27 points, 8 assists. A game winner at the buzzer. It wasn't just a win, it was a rebirth. Every dunk felt different now, every scream wasn't arrogance, it was gratitude. The swagger was still there, but the focus had evolved. He wasn't just playing for highlight reels anymore, he was playing for redemption. He hugged his dad after the game. And for the first time in a long time, you could see it. The old spark was back, but this time, it came with wisdom. Even his critics admitted, Ja had matured. He became quieter, off court, louder on court. He stopped proving people wrong and started proving himself right. And fans could feel it. Memphis basketball was alive again. Act 5. The message. Ja Morant's story isn't about perfection. It's about learning through pain. We live in a world that loves to build heroes and loves tearing them down even faster. But sometimes, redemption takes time. For Ja, this journey isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about setting an example for every young player watching him. That mistakes don't define you. How you respond does. He said it best. I'm not trying to be a role model anymore. I'm trying to be a better man. And that's what makes his comeback so powerful. Because when he steps on the court now, you don't just see a player. You see a lesson. From backyard dreams to NBA stardom. From arrogance to awareness. From shame to strength. The redemption road is long. But Ja Morant is walking it, one fearless step at a time. Outro. So next time you see him dunk, remember, it's not just about the points. It's about the promise. The promise that no fall is final. The promise that even in the darkest moments, a second chance can light the way. Because Ja Morant didn't just return to the NBA, he returned to himself. They called him finished, said the fame broke him. But Ja Morant refused to stay down. From a small-town dreamer to NBA superstardom, then came the fall. Suspensions, criticism, shame. But instead of quitting, Ja chose redemption. He rebuilt himself. Step by step, shot by shot. Now every dunk isn't just a highlight, it's a message. No fall is final. Ja Morant, The Redemption Road. If you believe in second chances, hit that like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more stories that inspire.